So I've been reading the book of James. And I don't know if you've read it recently, but James doesn't encourage you. He doesn't inspire you. James walks up, looks you dead in the soul, and goes, "Hey, you're the issue." I mean, like Paul writes letters like a nice pastor. Grace and peace and love to you, beloved, even when he's correcting them. James comes in like a foreman on a construction site. He's like, "Hey, why are you like this?" And and I read it thinking I'm gonna feel uplifted. Nope. I feel like I just got spiritually audited. See, James opens with, "Consider it pure joy when you face trials." Pure joy. Not some joy. Not try to find the silver lining. No, pure joy when you face trials. Now, me, I hit one convenience and I'm ready to go. Like we going rounds now. My Wi-Fi slows down for 10 seconds. I'm like, "Lord, why have you forsaken me?" And James is talking about persecution and suffering. Meanwhile, I'm in my house yelling at a router like it sinned against me. And that's my failure. That's my first failure. Then James, he comes back and follows that up with, "Be quick to listen and slow to speak." I read that and think, yeah, people need to hear that. No, not me, other people. I don't listen. I reload. You ever do that? Someone's talking to you and you're not hearing a word. They're just giving you time to prepare your counterattack. My wife will be mid sentence, and I'm already emotionally drafting a rebuttal like I'm in court. "Objection, irrelevant, Your Honor. Also, she's wrong." You know, James is like, "Be slow to speak." And I'm like, "What if I'm fast and also loud?" That's failure number two. Then he goes after your mouth. He says, "The tongue is a small thing that sets a whole forest on fire." And I thought, that seems dramatic. Then I remembered every argument I've ever started. One sentence. That's all it takes. You ever say something and immediately think, that's going to be a long night? Like you can feel the room temperature drop. You're like, well, we're not recovering from that till be like Thursday of next week. You know, I have started emotional wildfires with one sarcastic comment and then stood there like, well, how did this happen? James is like, control your tongue. And my thought is, can I at least keep the sarcasm? Because that's all I have. I don't have much else to offer. But nope, apparently not. And then he just goes on to the next thing. Then James says, don't just hear the word, do what it says. And this is where it really starts to get personal. Because I am elite at hearing. Maybe not listening, but hearing. I will hear a sermon, take notes, highlight stuff, underline it, walk out like that was powerful, and then do none of it. I treat conviction like a podcast. Wow, that really spoke to me. And then I go to lunch like nothing happened. James says that's like looking in a mirror, seeing your face, then walking away and forgetting what you look like. I don't forget what I look like, I just ignore it. That's a problem for future me. Future me is getting wrecked. Today me, no problem. It's procrastination. Then James calls out favoritism. He's like, don't treat rich people better than poor people. And I want to say I don't do that. But if a guy walks in and confident, well dressed, successful, yeah, I'm like, this man has his life together. Guy walks in looking like, me, and I'm like, we should pray for him. Same guy, different outfit, totally different reaction in my head. See, I've judged people based on vibes alone. No evidence, just vibes. That guy feels irresponsible. Based on what? His shoes? James is like, yes, stop that. Then the big one. Faith without works is dead. Dead. Not struggling, not weak, not needs improvement. Dead. Like coroner's office getting an autopsy. And I realized something. A lot of us have theoretical Christianity. We believe all the right things. We just don't do anything that would make it inconvenient. You know, my faith is strong until it costs me time, money, comfort, or awkwardness. Then suddenly I'm like, let's not be so legalistic about it. James is like, if you see someone in need and just say, God bless you, and walk away, that's useless. And I've done that. Oh, man, I'll be praying for you. And then I immediately forget. I've done that more times than I'd care to admit, honestly. And not even a quick prayer, not even a Lord help them. Nothing. Just vibes and a blessing on the way out. That's on me. Then James comes back to the tongue again, because apparently we didn't get it the first time. He says, with the same mouth you praise God and curse people. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's called range. In the morning, Lord, you are holy and worthy. In the afternoon, in traffic, you absolute. I sound like Yosemite Sam sometimes. Same mouth. No changing that. I go from worship to road rage in 30 seconds. That's a spiritual PR problem. Next, James says, who are you to judge your neighbor? And I was like, good question. Let me answer that for you. See, I judge people constantly. Not out loud. I'm not a monster most of the time. But internally, in my head, which is somehow worse because I feel righteous about it. Like, well, I didn't really hurt their feelings. I didn't say it out loud. I'll see someone make a bad decision and immediately think, I would never do that. And I have done that. Just differently. Different flavor, same sin. I'm not better. I'm just creative. Right? So by the time I finish James, I'm not feeling great about myself. I think that's kind of the point. Because James isn't trying to crush you. He's trying to wake you up. And the only way this works is if I start with me. Not you people need to fix this. No. I am wildly inconsistent. I say one thing, I do another. I hear truth, I ignore it. I speak too fast, I listen too slow, I show favoritism, I avoid inconvenience, I start fires with my mouth, and then act surprised when everything's burning. That's me. That's all of us. If any of that sounds familiar, welcome to the club. It's called being human. James doesn't let me pretend I'm fine, but he also doesn't leave me there. Because if I can actually admit, yeah, I'm the problem, that's the first honest step toward actually changing something. Also, I should probably start by fixing that whole electronics and traffic attitude problem. That one's a bad one for me. All right, if you stayed this long, if you're still here, then I appreciate you. And I want you to know I do have a merch page. All proceeds go to charity. And so I'd love for you to check that out. Links in bio. And hey, let's listen to James. Let's put it to practice. We'll see you.